No, I gotta discount it.
Gotcha. I just accidentally clicked my damn iTunes thing. I know that's gonna pop up in a second. Okay, cool.
You should better put the ambience. Come on. Come on.
Baby.
Come on, ambience.
Ambience.
I'm glad I got my headphones on.
Ambience.
What's the spiel? He's coming.
One second. I'm exiting out my iTunes. It popped up on my screen because I accidentally clicked it. All right. Oh, she left again.
Sorry. I'm right here. I can hear you.
Oh, I was going to wait for you to be on the screen. I didn't want to.
Oh, no. I went to pick up my ring.
Catch
up. It was a very busy day today.
Oh, you good. You good. Ain't no pressure.
And she was ready at 3:00.
I was. And then you guys threw a whole monkey wrench in my whole day. So
I apologize, you know.
Now you see why I be going off on you.
Wow.
Okay. I see this is not gonna go in my favor at all this whole episode. I might have just do this introduction to mute my microphone.
Good idea.
All right, well, let's do it then. Cool, man. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Do You Mind If I Call You Bitch, where this podcast is a light less harsh, as our name suggests. My name is Rudy Wilson. I'm always joined by women of color, and I have a dynamic trio that's here today that I figured out pretty quickly. I want no parts of. So I am going to introduce myself, Rudy Wilson, and I'm going to pass it to my co-host, the beautiful Meggie Cherilus, who's always here with me. What's popping?
Hey, everybody. I am joined. I have the honor, the privilege, the I don't know any other word, but my very best friend, 1/3 of the Octopussies, Krissy and Djay are joining us today, all the way from Sunrise, Florida, into Houston, Texas. I just want everybody to acknowledge them and realize how important these ladies are a part of my life. And I will not prolong my introduction of them. I will let them do that themselves. So take it away. The person that I have below me is Djay. So go ahead and take it away, Djay. Introduce yourself. Tell the world a little bit, something about yourself, what you do, what you like, etc., etc.
I had a feeling I was on the bottom when you went like this. Well, I'm Djay, short for Djay Joseph. Actually said I'm in Miami, Florida, Sunrise, Florida, to be specific. I work for Wells Fargo. For fun, I like to shop, spend my fiance's money, be on FaceTime, travel, lay by the pool, watch TV.
All right now.
Okay, thank you so much, Djay. Krissy, take it away. Tell the people a little bit something about yourself.
All right, so I'm Krissy Carter. I live out here in Houston, right outside of Houston, Katy, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a teacher. This is my 9th year teaching and coaching. What do I coach? Okay, so I coach volleyball and basketball. I coach a bunch of champions, man. Like, I got some dope athletes.
Lit.
Yeah.
So we had our last game on Thursday. Like, one of our teams is district champion. They missed they didn't win, lose any games.
This is volleyball or
volleyball.
Gotcha.
And then my girls are 3rd place in the district. So it's,
Oh, congrats.
Man, we got athletes out here.
Did you quick question, did you move there? Did that deal with you teaching and coaching, like your move there? Or you just happened to get into it?
I always loved coaching. Sports was my thing. And I was teaching down in South Florida as well. But basically I moved out here for economics, cheaper living. They pay me a lot more as a teacher out here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dope.
About myself.
Sidebar. Speaking of volleyball, Krissy and I, that's how we met. High school.
Make you an athlete? I'm saying. I'm seriously shocked. I never knew you played any sports. I didn't. I was just saying.
I was a major athlete. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
I played volleyball. I played flag football, and I was a cheerleader.
Okay, my bad. I just asked the question.
Yeah, they don't need to know the extra stuff. But yes, I played 3 sports in high school, and that's how me and Krissy met.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
Yes, sir.
Well, go ahead, Megan. Do you think I didn't want to interrupt?
Rudy, tell us about yourself, Rudy.
About me? Well, this is about you guys. This is your platform. It's not about me. You know, I'm just average black guy, man. You know, I'm out here from Georgia. Today's my birthday. Actually, I turned 31 today.
I love a November Scorpio.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, my brother.
Appreciate it.
It's
Appreciate
actually
it.
my daddy's birthday. Happy birthday, Daddy.
Oh, happy birthday. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, no, I mean, born and raised in Atlanta. I live in LA now, which is how I met Meggie, you know, finishing film school.
Yep.
Comedian, you know.
He thinks he's funny.
Damn.
We'll see.
So we'll see. Maggie's definitely laughed when she's been at the show. Okay, don't let her fool you.
An actress, you know, a really good one at it.
Right. So, I was gonna ask, how did you and DJ meet? Like, I guess was this a sports thing as well?
Djay, no, it wasn't sports, not at all.
I was a nerd in trigonometry.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and funny thing is, I ended up in both of their cars, and that's how our relationship blossomed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like hitching rides, both of their cars. What do you mean, like ended up in both of the cars?
They hit me with their car. Just kidding, they didn't hit me.
Oh,
No one has ever hit me with their car. No, but DJ used to live. Well, we used to live right around the corner from each other. So did Krissy. Wait, did I meet you when you were in
Girl, you was in my Altima.
So that was Sunshine.
Yeah.
Okay, so both of them used to live, you know, relatively close to me, and I didn't have a car, and you know, I'm a bum. So I would just hop in, be like, hey girl, you left for school yet? And then they'll just come in, you know. DJ had a Honda at the time, and then Krissy had the Altima. So our relationships just blossomed, each differently, because DJ and I got really close. We were really close in high school, but then I left for college. And then me and Krissy, we were always really close, I guess, in high school and in college. But when I first met Krissy, she was kind of a bitch, you know. She was the captain of the volleyball team, and then I was like real intimidated by her.
She sucked.
I was an athlete.
Krissy was like, "Who let this bitch on the team? Who?"
I was a fairly good athlete, you know. I wasn't gonna say I was like, you know, college bound or whatever.
She was down and ready. She was down and ready.
Always. Period. And I used to cheat off DJ's test, and you know. Friendships blossom. And that's how friendships work, okay?
A little group in high school by the name of TLC.
Yes.
Even had
they were the TLC.
We're a gang.
Yes.
You were a gang. Like,
yeah, you're a gang.
You talking about the three of y'all, or you talking about?
No, DJ wasn't part of it yet.
Oh, she
was
in
Meggie.
trigonometry.
She wasn't about gangs at the time.
Meggie, Krissy, and Jennifer.
And
there was one more person.
Diana.
No? Diana.
Jessica.
Did y'all? I mean, what was the initiation? Were y'all like getting jumped in, or what had to happen here?
Well, back in our day, TLC. Get it, TLC.
I got gang signs.
Back in our day, I'm not going to compromise anybody, so I'm just going to speak for myself.
Okay.
Back in my day, I had a little klepto problem. So it was
Back in her day.
one of the many meanings of TLC was the Thieving Ladies Crew.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha. I was actually gonna start with that. So I was gonna ask, would y'all like stealing people's free lunch or some shit? You know what I'm saying? But you know that makes
free lunch. You know, we big and better things. We venture outside of the school. You feel me?
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
You know,
I mean, y'all wasn't doing nothing nobody else in Miami wasn't doing. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I've lived in Miami before. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. So when did you guys decide to I guess give your life back to Christ and leave the streets alone? What age did, or is this still going on now? Are y'all just hitting it from 3 different cities now? Krissy's teaching and coaching. That's why she's still at the school. She's still robbing kids. She's still
better watch out, little Timmy.
Little Timmy.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I don't steal anymore. At least I try not to. But my life went to Christ.
And they be ready to snatch.
After I graduated college and came back home, I left that. Those ways were gone. TLC was unfortunately dismantled, and then from that spawned.
Not dismantled.
From that spawned the Octopussies.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So is that because I was actually going to ask is that the movie or show that y'all most model yourselves after in reference to like a group of women or something? So then who would be it?
Check me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Check me out. Right? We used to throw parties at Krissy's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the parents were away, right? But Krissy has a huge backyard, no pool. Meggie's like, we need a pool. We need to go find a pool. How we get a pool? So we go to Walmart. We realize that pools are expensive.
This is when TLC kicked in.
This is the birth of the Octopussies. Continue.
So
okay.
We get a kiddie pool. Cute little kiddie pool. It has octopuses around it. Really cute. We pour a little bottle of water, a bunch of water in there. We put a VIP sign. Mm-hmm. We put Princess in front because that was our guard dog. R.I.P. Princess, we love you. Yeah. And then, we sat in it. We had a party. No one was allowed. VIPs only. Yep. Still drunk the next day. We're like, the Octopussies. We're the Octopussies. Because 8 divided by 2 equals 4 plus 1 makes 5.
What the fuck?
Originally, it was the pink Octopussies. Yeah. But then we were like, nah.
It was too long.
But let me ask you this, just to be clear, because so on the side of the pool were octopuses, but they were actual octopussies. Actual octopussies?
Octopied. They were pink octopied.
Octopied. Okay, gotcha. Okay,
to show you.
I didn't know Octopussy was a real thing. Cause I figured it was something kind of slang, but I thought she found something with an actual Octopussy or something on it.
An octopus pussy? You thought we named ourselves off of a pussy of an octopus?
Maybe. I mean, you guys were TLC. I thought it was something completely different than what I thought. So I mean, I'm not going off my assumptions anymore. I didn't think it had anything to do with.
Okay, you shouldn't do that.
With completely. So is there a group? Is there like a group or a TV show or something that y'all most model? What show is that?
Well, okay. So now that Girlfriends has came back into our lives, we can obviously say that we are very much like Girlfriends.
Okay, so who's who?
I'm Lynn.
I don't agree. But here's the photo.
Yeah.
Photo
That's Meggie and
Octopussies.
Gotcha.
Do you see it? Like, if you look, there's like pink octopussies all
Yeah,
around
yeah,
the
yeah,
pool.
yeah.
That's our VIP sign. That's our guard dog. You know, I don't know if
Gotcha.
you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
But no,
so
I'm
you're,
Liz. I
you're
can't
Lynn.
speak for anybody else because it's like honestly a conglomerate of all of us into each character. But Krissy, you can say who your stuff is.
Joan.
You think you're Joan?
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Is it because she has curly hair?
That too.
Well,
It helps.
because she seems like she's a part of the foolishness, but still the most mature one in the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Joan kind of was. You know what I'm saying? Like she still is involved, but like she's like laid back, coaching kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty mature to me. No. That's what I just thought.
I like it.
Technicalities for like, just because she had her baby first, our friend Jennifer would technically be Maya.
I was gonna say, if I had to choose, I would probably pick to be Maya. Versus Tony, because I don't fuck with Tony.
But nobody wants to be a Tony, and I don't.
Tony's extra.
We kicked out the Tonys.
Period.
We didn't went through
3 Jamaicans.
It's all. Go ahead and speak on that, Krissy.
They're all Jamaicans. We found out that we can't be friends with Jamaicans. You already know.
We went through 3 of them.
3 separate times. We kicked them out. Boom.
They each had a season, and they each had to go.
Okay.
He's like,
I don't want to like agree with it because Jamaicans may watch and like try to kill me as well. I don't know.
Or if you mind if I call you a bitch, it's nothing against that. It's just our group of friends.
Y'all had 3 bad. Gotcha. So okay, but let me ask you this, Krissy. What is your, I guess it's considered ethnic background? Because I know I met DJ before, so I know she's Haitian, Meggie Haitian. So I was wondering.
Okay, so I'm Haitian too.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. I can believe it.
I like to believe that I'm Haitian sometimes.
Gotcha.
But no, so I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, but my family, like my heritage, is from Guyana.
Okay, dope. Gotcha. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
A couple times.
Gotcha. I ain't been. Has anybody else really traveled? I ain't been nowhere out the country like that. Like I've been to places you can make it on a cruise ship.
We travel.
We travel.
We travel together.
We get around.
That's how we prefer to do it.
Gotcha.
We get around.
What was the last girls trip?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico was our last destination girls trip.
Yeah.
But we can count Texas.
Oh yeah. It's in Texas. That's true.
And then 2 weeks from now, we're going to Colorado.
Oh, I can't
for my birthday.
wait.
Oh yeah, I just came back from Colorado. Colorado's lit.
Yeah.
Colorado's lit. I like that one. So tell me about you guys' dynamic, and whoever wants to start can, in reference to like what type of conversation from when you were younger, even up until now, I guess, have you guys had about like men in reference to advice or, just whatever. What do these conversations look like in this crazy dynamic of a friendship?
Take it away, lady.
Yeah.
Oh,
and to be clear, you don't have to use any names or whatever. Just whatever.
No.
You say.
Like, I love that we're so open about speaking on things such as men and relationships and stuff like that.
Right.
And like we've been doing it for many years. Like if you were to read our chat, yikes. It's yikes. But however, like
niggas ain't shit.
Yeah, we learn through each other's, different lives. Like we learn and pick and choose what we want to take back as lessons, which I think is a really great thing that we have. And DJ is our resident relationshipper, right? She's been in a relationship the longest.
Yeah.
More relationships too, right? Can we say that? Collectively.
Yeah. I mean, some of them,
I'm not saying that you've been in a lot of relationship, but you've been in. Bitch, you've been doing better than me.
But yeah, I'm usually in a committed relationship.
Even like dating back to like high school or whatever.
Yeah, high school.
Gotcha.
I had ill. Shut up, Meggie. High school definitely had things. Don't go that way, baby. I'm doing an audio. High school I had a high school sweetheart, as you can say, and then broke up like right before college started.
Gotcha.
And then James and I met in college. And we were on and off for a while, but 10 years living with each other.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Now she
Okay.
get in man.
You got the rock.
Those are funny.
You know?
So were you always in relationships because you just kind of felt like you just were the more of the relationship type as opposed to?
Nah, I was always thoughting and bopping too. Don't get that twisted.
No.
I
I'm not saying that anybody that you couldn't have thought it and bopped. What I'm saying is that just you as a person, like, did you always just feel like I would prefer to be in a relationship over the thought and bopping, or they just both were just different moments in time, basically?
They were just different moments in time.
Gotcha.
And it just worked.
Gotcha. But you're not per se against relationship, against more or less what I'm asking. Because like I've talked to Meggie and she is kind of like, like Meggie just ain't on like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she's made it clear. Like she's not like against like being with somebody, but she ain't, she ain't trying to be in holy matrimony. Let's just say no time soon.
Yeah.
Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I guess I'm asking, obviously you're going the holy matrimony route, but I'm saying, but even prior to that, like, did you always want to be married growing up, or did you just kind of figure it out as you got older?
No, I've always wanted to be married growing up.
Gotcha.
I always wanted to be married, kids, the whole thing. So
gotcha. Okay.
that was always my end goal. It was just a matter of if you were worth my time or not.
Yeah.
How much time you put in? What you got me?
So what has the road been like prior to the guy that you're marrying? Like in reference to, once again, you don't have to get super specific, but just what was the bullshit you dealt with that eventually made you be able to say, okay, this is worth my time and all the other things?
Inconsistency, the lying, the cheating.
Niggas reneging and nigging again.
Reneging.
That's a catchphrase we have. Niggas gonna nig and renege again.
Renege again.
So let me ask you this. So has everybody here, and we ain't got to talk about nothing current, but I'm saying like just in your time, has anybody here never cheated or like only been cheated on? Touching chins. Y'all funny.
What's Meggie?
I've never cheated.
I've never cheated.
Okay, granted, I can count 3 relationships I've been in.
Okay.
Maybe two. I count 2 relationships.
Maybe 2.
Yeah. So you've been in more, but you're only counting 2.
Trying to
You've been in situationships.
I've been in so many situations.
Situationship.
Okay, but just count
That's
anything. Count anything where if you would have been with somebody else, it would have obviously caused trouble or whatever with that person.
I've never cheated on anyone.
So anybody you ever
She's
dealt
very
with,
matter of fact about it. Like,
right?
I'm a loyal bitch.
But and none of y'all have ever like cheated on like a get back, like you got cheated on and then you cheat, I guess, a get back type of thing. This is a question for everybody.
What's the kicks and giggles?
So you have cheated before?
Yeah, I said I have.
Oh, I didn't know that you had said yes. I'm sorry. And so what was your answer, Krissy? You said no, right?
I've never cheated. No.
Gotcha.
Loyal.
So what's your answer as far as get back, Meggie? You ever cheated on? You ever cheated for the get back?
No, I've never cheated on anyone in any frame or, I'm loyal. I deserve a ring too.
I deserve a ring too. Okay.
But The bitch
Gotcha.
is loyal right here. Loyalty is important to me.
Loyalty.
Okay.
With men
Okay,
and
Meggie.
women, or with men and friendships, you know.
I got you. That's real. What
No.
about you? What about you, Krissy? Are you on the? I guess what's your outlook as far as like marriage, or the same question I pretty much asked DJ.
Yeah, marriage is cool. I like to be married one day.
Okay.
I think I deserve a ring.
You just got you. Do you have like when you say like one day, meaning like are you wanting that? Like is that in your back of your mind thought, or is it literally just whenever it happens to happen? It'll
I date to. I don't date just for fun. Like I'm not gonna waste my time.
Gotcha.
We're dating for a reason.
Right.
I want the picket white fence.
Right.
I want the big house, the backyard with the puppy.
Gotcha.
I want the ring.
Gotcha.
And that should say a lot about our current relationship statuses. I would say the outlook of marriage and the hopefulness for it. Because if you're gonna ask me the same question, I would love to get married, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Why?
Gotcha.
Why?
I'm just, I'm too much for these niggas. You feel me? Like, I'm on another atmosphere. You feel me?
Okay.
Another way. Like,
okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All
right.
You said enough.
We got it.
I got an answer too. I'm part of the show too. What's that?
So Krissy and DJ, let me ask y'all this: what are your thoughts? I mean, I get your thoughts in reference to the whole relationship towards men. And let me before I even move on, let me backtrack back to the relationship part. Have you only dealt with black men, or have you dealt with men outside a darker skinned?
The only man that I've been in a relationship other than, he was black. He was half black. So he was black and white. Everybody else was just black, Haitian,
right,
or American.
Gotcha.
I only date Haitian men.
Okay, fair enough.
And that same question, let me chime in one more time. Their response are clear examples of why they are currently in a relationship and I am not. I don't give a fuck. You can be orange. I'm not orange. We're not dating anybody orange. But you can be motherfucking purple. And if you cute, if you skinny, what's that?
Like, I'll judge you if you're to date someone purple.
Kind of racist,
That nigga black.
To America, you're gonna be racist towards them, like
yeah.
But how do y'all feel about I guess even just, and I always ask this question, but like more particular black man dated or married to a white woman, especially in like a position of power, because one thing that I hear a lot is like, and not necessarily just from women, but I've heard just black people in general, they hate to see just say low key a black and white marriage or whatever, but especially if that person is in position of power, because then it's not this complete strong black family. It's like, the black dad, the white mom, and then like these, light skinned kids or whatever. So not that you have to think about the kids that hard, but I'm asking in the sense of like, do you have an outlook on the whole, like keeping the family black type of a thing, or are you just like love who you love?
My parents are an example of what you just explained. My dad's black, my mom's white, but not in a position of, power or anything like that. So I can't really say anything as far as, keeping our bloodline black, because yes, my parents are both from Guyana, right? So they're both Guyanese, but obviously like their backgrounds are totally different. And
right.
I'm just a mutt, and that's okay.
Right, no, for sure.
And we love you.
Absolutely.
Like a regular mutt. I know. I just
my favorite.
Honestly, don't care. Love who you love. Do what you do.
Well, let me ask you something even more specific, DJ. Why do you only date Haitian men?
Because I like them. I can talk shit with them.
Have you ever dated outside and then was like, I'm going back, or that was just always a decision?
I have.
Okay.
I not dated, but
Right.
they're around.
Gotcha.
It's a waste of time. I can't make my food the way I want to make my food.
Right. Gotcha.
Someone walk by, we want to talk shit.
Right.
I can speak in my native tongue, and things like that.
Right. Gotcha.
Just
something.
I love both of my fathers, and both of my fathers are great Haitian fathers. So
gotcha.
Their own special way. So
gotcha.
Why not?
Okay. Makes sense. So my next question was going to be for the two of you. What are your outlooks in reference to how women, I guess, are treated in society, and you can take that from dating all the way through, just say, corporate America, and even past that, your outlooks on how you feel Black men, how well of a job do you feel Black men are doing in reference to helping the agenda of the Black woman, as well as even just protecting Black women in general?
DJ?
Whoever wants to go.
I could say that maybe I could be a little closed-minded about it, because I can't say that there was ever a moment in my life that there was a Black man or a man around that didn't protect me, or didn't protect the people around me, or what I stood for, or didn't support me, or made me feel small, or any of those things. Like, I can't relate.
Right.
So when social media and TV and things like that, when they speak about, the Black man being degrading, or not being supportive, or things like that, it's not really relatable. But I can see where, from certain musical lyrics and from social media again, where you can see that's like, that's not really how you should speak to somebody.
For sure.
But I take it as, I'm a firm believer and don't take things personal. And I just feel like hurt people. So not really.
Word. What a word.
Gotcha. So in reference to that, before you answer, Krissy, are you with the hurt people? Do you think that you're saying the women's response about the Black men is from whatever their personal experience of hurt is? Gotcha.
And the same way, the way men respond to women and how they treat them or how they perceive them is from probably some type of past hurt, or something their mother didn't hug them long enough, or didn't kiss them long enough, didn't breastfeed long enough. I don't know. Wasn't around long enough. I don't know.
You to suck on the titty. That's what it is.
Yes, they didn't suck the titty long enough. Gotcha.
Some deep-rooted issues that they need to go to therapy and pray to Jesus about.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not the same.
And I always tell men that too. I always tell men. I told one guy that.
So one guy, now you're an expert.
I told one guy, because we was talking over, and he was like, he had all these things going on, and then he was like, coming to, I guess, court me. I guess that's the word I can think of. And I was like, you need to go to therapy before you invite anybody else into your life. So
that's real.
You saying like he was that fucked up, like a person, or just
he wasn't a fucked up person, because obviously, like, I like him, so maybe he was.
Krissy.
But he was just revealing a lot to me,
right?
And I was just saying, like, I know that I'm a little troubled, a little damaged or whatever, and I know that personally I need to fix things in myself before I invite somebody else into my life. Right. And that's basically what I told him. I was like, you got a lot of things that you went through. You need to sort it out and then come back before you invite people. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Krissy.
So what question are we answering?
All the above.
Do you feel like the men protect us?
I don't want to say that I've experienced where men haven't protected me or anything like that, but I've seen it happen. I was, a certain young lady, and you know, the men around her just never protected her, never loved her, and she was used to it. And like by watching that, knowing that you know, these men knowing, you know, who she is and what she's about, like they took advantage of it. And I see the shit ways that men could be. As far as Black men protecting women, you know, now there's an uprising about it, right? Now we have social media, you know, Breonna Taylor, and, you know, we're doing all these different things. There's more attention on the men to protect Black women. And I think that that attention is necessary.
Right.
You know, it's unfortunate, but
right.
I think it's necessary.
Yeah.
And you're saying the recent spark like due to the Breonna Taylor situation.
Well, yeah, I mean, it all kind of started around the same time as far as social media goes, and people actually
right.
about it. Like, I'm not saying Breonna Taylor case sparked it. No, that's not it. But it was around the same general time where we started seeing, like, you know, these not riots, but protests and everything like that, and all these different not ideas, but all these different things started coming up within the protests.
Like hashtag, and Megan Thee Stallion did a whole performance and had protect
For
Black
sure.
lives or protect Black women. And I just want to chime in to what Krissy says. Like, you know, before it was just something you should be doing.
Right.
Like, no one needs to tell you to wipe your ass after you take a shit. You should do that. No one should tell you to protect your fellow Black sisters.
Right.
You should do that as a man. I can name a smaller example. I was moving out of my apartment, and then the dude that was staying there just watched me move. Like, you just watched me pick up all these heavy boxes and bring them to the truck. You didn't offer to help. You didn't open a door. You just sat there. And it all stems down to how you were raised and how your Black mother raised you, and the Black women in your surroundings and your environment, how they treated you, what you were exposed to. Maybe a couple of them Black women touched you at an early age. I don't know, but it's all, you know, it's all childhood upbringing at the end of the day.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It all stems down to how you were raised, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, when they say nature versus nurture, you know, thinking about just behaviors, it's all learned. Behavior is learned. So if you didn't learn to open the door for a woman, or you didn't learn that you need to protect women, you're not going to really understand that when you're 40 years old.
Right.
And it's a little late in the game to start being chivalrous at fucking, you know, 39 years old. You want to be a gentleman, and for the greater most of 38 years, you were a dick.
Right. So do you, I mean, what am I trying to ask? So, like, has there been more, I guess, dicks than chivalrous ones in all of your experiences? Like, are the dicks outweighing the chivalrous ones by a long shot, or is it kind of like neck and neck, but you just got to pick and choose correctly?
It's all on personal experiences.
Right?
I don't really categorize people like that, but if I had to, the men that I've experienced, there's more dicks than there were like the chivalrous, sweet guy. But I think it's also where we live too. Like, you know, living in South Florida, there's a bunch of dicks out there.
Right. That's true.
Real nigga dicks.
That's fair. That's
literal and figurative.
What about you, DJ?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, I'm very intentional about the people I let around me. So because of that, I can say, yes, there were more dick interactions, but like, as far as who I allowed around me, definitely more chivalrous. And that was because of
selection.
selection and what I tolerate versus what I don't.
Unfortunately for me.
You're the dick.
No G.
That's an accurate statement.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There's 3 men on the podcast somewhere else talking about you.
No G.
I would not deny that. But yes. I've hurt a couple of men in my life, but men has hurt me too. More men have hurt me than I've gotten a chance to hurt men.
Hurt people.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm. Then, Krissy, we going in the kitchen? Perfect.
Bro, I'm hungry.
Bro.
I'm so hungover.
Well, it's all good. I only got a few more questions for y'all. But I mean, if you can continue whatever you're doing. Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, no. Do your thing. Whatever you're doing, it's fine. So what I was gonna ask is even just going back to this whole, I guess, resurgence of blackness that's kind of been going on within social media and even the more like recent cases of police brutality and stuff. Has you all's awareness shifted any, or like were you always at a point of awareness where like you were like when this all happened you were kind of like I told you so, or were you, even though you already just say we're proud of your blackness or whatever, just all of this kind of just I guess maybe enhanced your awareness about just life
Right.
and
Absolutely. I live in Texas. Hell yeah.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah. I gotta be more aware.
Krissy is technically the blackest person in the room, in every room.
Gotcha.
I am.
Gotcha.
I hate it.
Yeah. And we get we get her feedback from classrooms and
Right.
that she interacts on a daily basis in the school system.
Can you share any on here, or will you incriminate you? I don't want to get you in trouble.
I mean, I've had coworkers be racist, Even with this whole election, there are certain coworkers that didn't show up the day after because
right.
They weren't preparing for the worst. They were trying to celebrate. They were celebrating. Okay.
Gotcha.
Monday's gonna be interesting.
There's a certain coworker who haven't spoken to me since the election, right? And this is someone who I speak to on often, and we will joke around like, hey, after work, let's grab that daiquiri, or he'll say, take my car, take my credit card, take my car, and go get us a daiquiri, small talk like that. Haven't spoken a word to that man since Tuesday. Now it's just he looks at me and hi Carter. And that's it.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Yikes.
Right.
My goodness.
But yeah, it's definitely I don't want to say it's a culture shock, but it is a culture shock because it is a culture. Racism is very cultural,
right,
for these white folks.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
Djay?
Yeah, I've noticed it more the past 4 years, I can say, especially working on the beach around the City. Definitely has been on a
uprise.
Yeah, has been on an uprise.
Gotcha.
As for before, no, but I think it's also because I'm more aware of what's happening and the climate that we live in. So, yeah.
So you're saying like you always had the awareness, like even prior to this recent.
Okay, I've always had the awareness. It's just now it's more in
Right. So like to the point of like, did you like start like researching stuff type of awareness, like or just what I could do better type of awareness.
I could do better type of awareness, and were things before I would let brush off at work. Now, even with customers, I'm like, what did you say? Is there an issue? Is there an issue I can help you with?
Right.
Let's resolve this now.
Yeah, let's resolve this now.
Are both of y'all, are y'all the only black people at the entire job? Like Are there any other black people who work with you at the school or at Wells Fargo?
The lady who does internal suspension is black. We have one black male teacher. No, this year we have 2 male black teachers.
Okay, stepping it up.
That's it.
Gotcha.
And you.
And myself. Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
But yeah, no.
The current location I'm at, I'm the only African American.
Djay, I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm. It was Sarah and I, but then Sarah moved back to California.
Left, yeah.
Cool.
That isn't black. She's Hispanic. Great.
Yeah.
She hangs out with a bunch of Russians now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Paruski?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the money at. I need to hang out with some Russians. The fuck? Where's my Russian?
So do you guys think that and this is kind of backtracking a little bit to the question before, but do you guys think that other races or ethnicities treat black women in particular better than black men?
Black women better than black men? No.
Because like I'm saying, especially like with dating, and not that it has to be your personal experience, but like I've been told from other people's personal experience that they prefer to be with a black man, but they've dated, just say whether it was a white man or whoever, and they were much nicer to them than any black man has ever been to them, even though they would prefer as a black woman to be with a black man because they just like black men more. But in reference to like, I guess the being chivalrous and stuff like that, they just experienced it more from other cultures. So I'm asking, I guess, is that y'all saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, they wouldn't know. That's a biased question because DJ's never dated outside of her race. Krissy.
Well, I just meant even just in people that you know, like just the climate. Like you've had people just come and say like, oh, I'd rather deal with this other person because of whatever. Like, or just in your circle, people that you know, people that you run into, women talk.
My mother, even though my mom, and I keep referencing her because it's a big deal that I grew up with a white mother, even though she was raised in an Indian black, country.
For sure.
My mom is the only person who I know that's married outside of the black race. Everybody that I do know has married a black man or is married. Oh no, Jennifer. Jennifer has Frank.
Right. He's not that.
Yeah. Frank is okay.
He has an American flag in front of his house. He's not black.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
What?
American flag.
You didn't know that?
It's down now though.
Oh, smart move.
You remember when I trolled? That's why I had trolled his Instagram and put
that's why I did it right after.
The Belize flag when he posted it.
But yeah, I want to carry on or continue to what Krissy was saying because I grew up with Krissy and I was around her mom and there were times when Krissy's mom would be like, Krissy, you're not black. You're not black. And Krissy would be like, yes, I am.
You know what? It's not, she didn't say I'm not black. She said I wasn't a nigga.
Oh,
and I never understood what that meant. I thought back in the day, being a nigga meant being black. So therefore I thought she was like downplaying my blackness. But growing up, now I understand you're not a nigga. Like you're not, I guess you could say, my mom was saying you're not
ignorant.
Yeah, like, cause nigga, when we think of it outside of the country, like a nigga is a black American. Like you wouldn't go to any other country and see another black person call another black person nigga. That doesn't happen anywhere else but here. And I think what my mom was trying to say, like, you're not these hood rats. I guess you could have found the word hood rats. And that's what you want me to understand is that I'm not a hood rat.
You're not ghetto.
Right. Ghetto.
You're not ghetto.
Yeah.
You're not under the poverty line. You have 2 parents.
You're not here for to be doing nigga shit. We ain't raised you like that.
We ain't raised you like that. We're not gonna tolerate
it. But when you friends with Meggie, we get caught.
But that's what I was about to say. But then how the fuck did you get into TLC? Because that's nigga shit. TLC was nigga shit.
Right. My mother was going to tell me you don't need to be doing all that.
That's how.
Right.
Doggone Meggie. I blame you. Same question for you, DJ. I know you didn't get a chance to answer yet.
Yeah, no. I don't know anyone.
Right.
I don't really know anyone that it's really me thinking like, yeah, I have no one. No. Mm-mm.
Okay, that's fine.
Mm-mm.
So no, that's fine. That's
not
fine.
even my friends to be like, oh no.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But so I want to go back to something real quick that one of y'all mentioned about, I guess, about how people are raised. So with your experiences with dealing with men and dealing with their issues because of how they were raised, does that make you more adamant about how you want to raise your own kids because you want them to
100%.
Like it's so like and is it more is that thought is it more heavy for like a son than a daughter, or do you have like equal?
No, it's
I definitely
the equal.
Okay.
I definitely want them to learn the same exact values. I don't want one to think one is lesser than the other. Be able to do the same thing, pick up a broom,
right,
change a tire,
right.
Throw out the trash, clean the bathroom,
right.
cook a meal, survival skills.
Gotcha.
Do the laundry.
Gotcha.
Not, oh no, that's a girl's task. No, that's a man's task. Like,
right.
There's a meme on Instagram that's like, a girl holding their boyfriend and bottle feeding them. And then it's like how mothers treat their sons versus how they treat their daughters. And it's like, we are the generational change, okay? We will be the ones that will change
break the cycle.
Break the cycles, the toxic cycles that just have been embedded in the Black community for decades upon decades. It's just something that just keeps happening. And it's us woke people.
Right.
You got to look through that third eye, to raise kids that aren't sacks of shits. And that's what we're going to do.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. 2 more questions. Do you think that, and this is always low key, I ain't gonna say always, but sometimes low key a controversial question. But it doesn't have to be. But when it comes down to raising kids, do you think that let's just say the recent representation of the Black woman, outside of, I guess, Kamala Harris, but more or less just say, think of your Black rappers, right? You got your, it's a big fuss about the Cardi B's and the Meg Thee Stallions, and and granted, this is not me speaking from me having a problem. I'm just saying this is an issue that goes on. People are always talking about, them being an influence on the kids, you know what I'm saying? And the kids got to see them, so on and so forth. Now, it's one thing, us, when we grown, grown people can do what you want to, but things always change with the kids. So what I'm asking is, when it comes down to raising kids, I don't know if you have any now or not, but either way, when it comes down to your mindset in raising your kids with these different values, do you think that this wave of, just say, women's sexual freedom, is that something that you would want your kids to explore and I guess look up to these people, or would you kind of try to shut it down, I guess, if you will, because you don't think this is what you want your kids to be into once they get of a certain age?
Growing up, I was allowed to look up to whoever I wanted to, and my parents had no issue with it. I love that women are speaking up more freely about sex and what they want, but at the same token, they had Madonna.
I was gonna say, like, this is not a new wave. Like,
right.
We had Foxy Brown, we had Lil' Kim.
Right. But I'm saying, but I'm not saying that it's new, but I'm saying that, but your kids are not going to look at Madonna and Fox. I'm saying they're going to look at just whoever's out. So I'm just naming the most recent people out. So I'm just saying, whether it's Madonna or whether it's, Lil' Kim or whoever, I'm just saying whoever that person is when your kids show up, is that something that you're going to be like, and I'm not saying they have to be 5, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying go way inappropriate, but like, when you're not having that conversation, when they're just say 10, 15, whatever, are you saying like, yo, you should be free, this is what you should, whatever, or is it more or less like, this is entertainment, you need to be this separate way?
That's all on how you educate your child.
And the communication that you have in the household.
But I'm asking about y'all specifically. What's going to be your communication, like in reference to dealing with your own kids, dealing with that?
I mean, it's the same thing that my parents said. Like, okay, they're doing XYZ for entertainment, and they just left it at that. I was able to interpret what was going on by myself. So I won't take that away from my child, to allow themselves to interpret what's in front of them. However, I will guide them. I knew better than to, let's say, look up to Melissa Ford because she was in music videos. But I read the book. I learned about her and her experiences. My parents allowed me to educate myself on that. So I'll allow my kid to do the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing.
Right.
Like both of our parents allowed us to give us the opportunity to say, okay, I've given you the values and the things and the tools that I feel like you will need to be able to interpret what you feel is right or wrong for yourself. And if you want to talk about it, we're willing to have an open forum to have a conversation about it versus, no, I don't think this is good, or this is not what my child, or what you should be doing out here.
And this was something that they had a conversation with you as a youth, whether you were a teenager or whatever, or you were an adult at this time.
As a youth and a teenager.
Gotcha, okay.
Well, for my mom, she's Haitian, but she's been here since she's 7, so she's just as Americanized as we are.
Gotcha.
And she's always had, an open idea of certain things, and like those musics, those things back then, my mom was listening to. So it wasn't a matter of, no, you can't listen to that, or no, you can't hear this kind of thing, and just have those conversations to be able to say, okay, this is okay, and this is what's not okay, kind of thing. I can say actually my mom actually got stricter the older I became. Gotcha. Where she was just like, whoa, let's will it in.
Right. Gotcha. So in my final concrete question for this particular topic, if your daughter turned out to be Madonna, Lil' Kim, or whoever, you're A-okay with it?
Yeah. Why not? I will still love them. They're still my child.
No. I'm not saying disown them, but I'm just saying, would you be at like the same way? Just say if they became a whatever, and you was like, oh, I'm proud of my kid because they became whatever. I'm saying, would you have that same pride? Not so much would you just deal with it. I'm saying like, yo, that's my kid. Like I'm proud of this. Or would it just be like, you know what? I don't really agree with it, but I still love them.
You don't have a choice after they're born.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, but you can agree. You can have a choice whether you are proud of what they're doing or not. I'm not talking about the love part, but you can you can be doing something. Your parents be like, it ain't got to be rapping. It could be anything. You can, they want you to be a doctor and you became a football player. They're like, I don't like this, whatever.
I'm sure there's things that I've done or I'm doing that my parents don't agree with. They don't agree with the content, and I think when my kids gets older, I'm going to want certain things for them. But if they choose that other thing, yeah, I'm going to be like, I'm not really feeling you pussy popping on the pole, but you're not out here on the streets. You're not like, if you're able to support yourself, like it also, I guess it's all like what happened, like what the current situation is. Like, if you out here pussy popping and you're not making money, or you're infected and your skin is falling off and shit, then
right.
But if you're like pussy popping on the pole at KOD or whatever, and like you're making money, you have your own shit, then more power to you, girl, because I can't do it.
Yeah.
What about you, DJ? I was asking if your daughter grew up to be Madonna, Lil' Kim, whoever, Trina, whoever, would you be proud of them? Not some. I get that you would still love them. Not saying disown them, but like, would you be proud? Like, yo, that's my daughter, or would you just accept it and then just love them anyway, just because it is your daughter?
I would be proud just to be able to say that my child feels free in themselves enough to be able to do whatever they want to do and follow their dreams.
Gotcha.
being able to follow your dreams is a very difficult thing, and
sure.
it takes a lot of guts to do. So if my child would say, hey, you know what? Yes, that you paid for my education and all of this, but that's not what I want to do. I want to go pussy pop next to Krissy's daughter because we're Octopussy Juniors.
Pussy pop next to Krissy's daughter.
The thing is like those women that you've mentioned, Madonna, Lil Kim, and Cardi B, and all of them, they've all changed some part of history.
Yeah.
So if my kid could do the same thing and change history or add to the history line and everything like that, like more power to them. Why not?
For sure. No, for sure.
I have a necklace that I hang in my car. It says, a well-behaved woman never made history.
Ooh, they did it.
They did.
Hashtag Kamala Harris.
Okay.
My vice president is black. Okay.
That's real. First woman and first black. So
First
she lit.
woman and first. Thank you.
Yeah,
See?
she lit.
So you got it.
Absolutely, man.
When you're doing things like that, it's making history. Men been doing it for so long. That's why no one really cares about it. Men been doing it forever.
No, that's real. That's real. I don't disagree. I mean, I agree with y'all answers. I mean, I'm definitely, I'm an example of, my dad's a pastor, my mom, heavy church goer. Not that they harass me, but I'm saying like I definitely, have dealt with just say backlash of being a PK before, and doing what I do. But I don't give a fuck. So, I'm not forcing nobody else to, to own their kids like that. I'm just always curious because and Meggie was here. We've interviewed people, and then I'd be like, "Well, how you feel about Meg Thee Stallion, whatever?" They'd be like, "Oh, that's my blah, blah, blah." And I'd be like, "But what about like your daughters?" And they'd be like, "Oh, no, they not." You know what I'm saying? Like they shut it down when it came down to their kids. So it just always now sparked my interest in anybody since then. Of what's that separation of how we feel about it with our own adult selves, free to make our choice, and how we want our kids to grow up, basically.
I mean, you can look at like how kids are with their parents when they're in the car and the song and whatever music they're listening to. Their parents can be listening to Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and whatever. Them kids can be knowing the words, but they're not going to say the cuss words, or maybe the kids are going to say the cuss words. And, that all equates to how your mama,
I listen, when I was growing up in Atlanta listening to T.I., I definitely blanked out the cuss words in front of my mom. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's the same thing. I was definitely listening to trap music. You know what I'm saying?
Question. You call yourselves PK for pastor kid?
Well, we don't call ourselves that. That's what we've been labeled that, yeah. But it's either preacher's kid or pastor's kid, whichever one.
Or I've never heard of the term PK.
Yeah.
I've heard it.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
PKs are the worst ones, is what they say. Which is actually why I started the podcast about it. Actually, believe it or not.
You started a podcast about PKs, but not this one.
It's called The Worst Ones, actually.
Good name.
Yeah. So, but anyways, enough about me. So final question of the day, which is also the title of our podcast. Do you mind if I call you bitch? How do you guys feel about the word bitch? Who can say it? Who can't say it? Who can call you it? Male, female, gay man, gay woman, whoever. What are your whole parameters around the word bitch? Whoever. DJ, we can start. Oh, go ahead. You a bitch?
No, they're my bitches.
They're your bitches. Gotcha.
All you bitches is my son.
I'd rather a man don't call me a bitch in any form. Even if you're gay, I don't want to hear. Nah, because if you say, "Ooh, bitch, you're cute,"
right. Nope. Don't.
Man.
Nope.
I'd rather have that. But other than that, don't come at me wrong. If you're gonna call me a bitch, don't have a negative connotation.
Gotcha.
I think for me, it's just like the N word. Only my girls and I can say it to each other.
For sure.
Other than that, no.
And when you say your girls, it has to be your friends, or can it be another black woman who's saying it in a correct way? You know what I'm saying? Is that a? I mean, I see the tattoo, but that doesn't answer my question.
That does. Just them.
Okay.
When you say your girls,
that's it. That's it.
Okay.
Children hate
what is that? Is that an octopus? That's what that is.
Emoji.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the
okay,
octopus emoji.
Gotcha. Did y'all get it at the same time, or did y'all hit like 3 different artists and was like, yo, we want the same thing?
Krissy and I got it at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
They got theirs at the same time. I got mine, my first tattoo, actually in January.
yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So theirs is 5 years old,
Is that
right?
is
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so long ago. Wow. We
I
were
always said,
West.
I always said before I get married, I would do it so he knows they my soulmates. An extra. And that's what happened. That's how it worked out.
The bills, bro.
Mm-hmm.
How many other people have the sacred tattoo outside of the 3 of you guys?
Jennifer.
One more?
Jennifer, one more.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's hey, if y'all like it, I love it.
Yup.
Well, that's all the questions I have. Maybe you have anything else?
Instagram,
I ain't got nothing to
we're
chime
the
in.
Octopussies.
Yes,
Yeah.
follow
I
our
got-
Instagram. We are the Octopussies.
Yes.
What do y'all post on the Instagram?
Ooh, it's dated. We ain't post nothing in a minute.
And then a minute, but usually our trips, times together,
Yeah, fun things.
events,
cute
birthdays.
pictures,
Yeah.
birthdays, celebrations, wins.
Gotcha.
Well, we haven't updated in a long time. Nobody's been keeping up with it.
I don't even have the password anymore, y'all.
Okay, it's not even all linked on.
You know the password though.
I know the password.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do know
It's
the
our theme
password.
song.
Ah.
We're supposed
We
to
know.
start a podcast.
Meggie.
Oh, Meggie! Don't.
Oh, Meggie.
Why you think y'all here? Y'all here now.
Well, let's
We
go
on
to
a
the first
podcast,
podcast after then. Shit. What you doing? Exactly.
I mean,
And then she does
we'll talk
that.
about it. We'll
and
talk
then
about
it
it
gets
in
done.
Colorado. We'll talk about it in
We'll
Colorado.
talk about it in Colorado.
Oh,
Until then, ladies, go ahead and tell the viewers your Instagram and social media and how people can find you or not.
well, my Instagram is Krissy Baby. That's Krissy Krissy Bay BEH.
Gotcha.
Baby.
I think my Twitter is SoFlo Carter. I don't know what my Twitter is.
That's cool. We'll go with the IG.
Got it.
You can find me on every platform except Facebook as DJ Your DJ. That's DJAYURDEEJAY.
And
Gotcha.
me, you can find me on Instagram at Megums. You can follow my show on YouTube. That's
Spa.
Oh, and they are executive producers, right, Maggie?
Yes, they are. They are credited on my show called Spa as the executive producers, all of them. So you can catch them in the credits.
It say Octopussies and then everybody's name underneath.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
It does. And it's been an Octopic production. I have
Yes,
a
an Octopic
that I
production.
created called
Got a
Octopic.
production company. Holla at us.
I ain't mad at you.
We only made Spa so far. So
Stay tuned. Coronavirus. It's been a slow
but
year.
stay tuned. We gonna come out with lots of
Soon.
stuff.
You're gonna see them. Y'all gonna see them soon. I can't make it up, but y'all gonna see them soon.
Gotcha. Okay. Spa. I love it. Well, rudycomedy.com for me, man. That's where you can find me. Other than that, this is Do You Mind If I Call You Bitch? We post this every single Saturday. Yeah, man. So next week we'll have more guests. Maggie's inviting them, so I'm sure it'll be another treat like this one.
Who's that?
I got
Jennifer. Oh.
No, I'm
Which Brittany?
Whitney Holmes.
No.
See, she called her bitch.
There you go.
That's how you end it.
Right.
Show the tattoo. No, that's dope. No, y'all been wonderful guests, man. I really enjoyed y'all. DJ, great to see you again. Krissy, great to meet you. You guys stay safe out here in these Corona streets. Celebrate our victory today. And yeah, man, other than that, 2021, better year. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right.
Has to be.
We out.
Peace.